Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Shelby and on my channel you will find guidance and support through trying to conceive, pregnancy, postpartum, and motherhood. As you can already see by the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about Braxton Hicks contractions. I feel like everybody has heard of these, you've seen it in the movies, people running to the hospital thinking they're in labor, but they're just diagnosed with Braxton Hicks contractions. What are they? Why do you get them? What triggers them? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Before we jump in, I always like to do a medical disclaimer with these type videos. I am not a medical professional. Just think of me as a friend who is sharing with you her knowledge and experience. So the very first question you're wondering is, what are Braxton Hicks contractions? Just think of it as your body practicing for the real thing. The discomfort that you're feeling is your uterine muscles flexing in preparation for labor. When do they start? You can begin feeling them in mid-pregnancy, but for most women, you'll start really feeling them in the third trimester. And they can increase in strength and frequency the further along you are. Now I'm sure you're wondering, what do they feel like? It's an uncomfortable feeling that starts at the top of your uterine muscles and works its way down. Now I would personally not describe these as painful, more uncomfortable. I would probably compare them to a very mild period cramp. So it's definitely nothing to be super worried or concerned about. All women experience them a little bit differently. More than anything, it's going to be uncomfortable, but definitely not super painful. What causes them? What triggers them? Well, like I mentioned, your body's in preparation for labor, and so that's why you're experiencing them. That's why they're happening. But there are a couple things that people say can trigger them. One of those things is dehydration, and another is physical activity, which really brings me right into my next question, and that's, how can you ease the discomfort of Braxton Hicks contractions? Like I just mentioned, one of the triggers of Braxton Hicks is dehydration. So one thing you can immediately do is make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Another one of those things I mentioned was physical activity. If you were out for a brisk walk, you might want to just lay down and relax. That might actually have then the opposite effect and make them go away, and vice versa. If you were laying in bed in a certain position that somehow brought on these Braxton Hicks contractions, maybe go for a walk and that could help. Otherwise, I just did things that I would normally do when I'm having menstrual cramps. You could take a warm bath, drink a warm cup of tea, or maybe even lay in bed, shovel some ice cream in your mouth, and watch a sappy movie. That might not be the best advice because you're pregnant and ice cream is obviously not good for you, but it might make you feel more comfortable. You're laying in bed having a good day and you all of a sudden have these Braxton Hicks contractions and you're freaked out and you're wondering if you should call the doctor. That is 100% up to you. You guys will notice in my videos, I say, call the doctor, call the doctor, call the doctor, because at the end of the day, they are there for you and a nurse should be more than happy to answer your questions and make you feel comfortable. So if you're worried at all, definitely call your doctor. But in general, if you are having Braxton Hicks contractions and there's no other reason that you really should be worried, you don't really need to call your doctor. It's again, just personal preference. Now, if your contractions have a pattern to them, they're getting closer together and they're not going away, that might be labor. So if you're just a couple days out from your due date and you're having those type contractions where there's a pattern and they're getting closer together, then definitely call your doctor because you might have a baby on the way. If these cramps are associated with any other symptom like bleeding, then yes, definitely contact your doctor. So just evaluate what's going on, and if you're just having that uncomfortable tightening feeling, that's probably Braxton Hicks and is completely normal. I hope this video was helpful. I know it was short and sweet, but I just want to provide you the information that you might be wondering regarding Braxton Hicks contractions. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it and it helps my channel out so much. And if you are new here, make sure to subscribe and join my little community here on YouTube. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!